Welcome to Bus Vibes. Well, hello YouTube land. Today is October the 7th. I can't believe it's October already. Yeah, I hear you. I'm actually leaving my house a little bit early today because I need fuel. If you can look on there and see, I'm at a quarter of a tank. And it's Tuesday. I am busy with my other job tomorrow, right after the second run. And it's easier to go, just leave a little early today, go get some fuel. What to talk about today? Well, let me first start. All right. I know I've gone on this rant of people driving badly and all that lately. I do want to show a funny video. I was in my personal car. I was driving. My wife and I volunteer at a with a company, I guess you call it. It's not really a company. It's a program that it's called Living Bridges. It's a program that basically teaches people not to rely on the government, but to rely on themselves. Teaching them, okay, here's how you interview for a job, here's how you dress for a job, you know. And I mean, it's not just a free handout. It is, they want you, you know, for you to appreciate it, you do have to work for it. So they're able to go to classes and stuff, and then they get points, and then with those points they get clothes, or they can get food or whatever, you know. So it's not just here you go, hand it out. It's to actually teach people the value of being on time, the value of working hard, things like that. So anyway, so we go there because Walmart donates a lot of stuff to them. Anytime there's like open packages and stuff, they donate it because they can't sell it. Sometimes you'll see the reduced stuff, and then after a certain amount of time they'll just donate it. Or if someone returns something, you know, a lot of times they're like, oh, it's not even worth just making sure it works, and then they just donate it. You wouldn't believe some of the stuff that they've donated, and all of it works fine, you know, or whatever, you know. So on our way there, somebody had their music really loud. All right, so loud, this happened. All right, I didn't get on camera the first part when it was really booming, and you could see that gas door popping open and close. It was hilarious. So I mean, you saw a little bit on that video, but not like it was originally. It took me that long to get my phone out of my pocket. And there's a big truck coming in my lane. Let them come through. Let them come through. Yeah. So next week is, what is next week? Next week is fall break for us. So we have 2 days of no school, Monday and Tuesday, and then Wednesday we have a digital learning day that we've all talked about before. So we have to go in for some kind of training that we're doing on that Wednesday. So I don't know if I'll get another video done this week. This may be the only one. We may not get one next week just because we're only driving on Thursday and Friday. I'm going in actually here. Part of the reason I'm going in when I go put fuel I'm gonna go talk to the coordinator, see if they need my bus for any field trips. So usually they tell us that, you know, whenever, hey, we need your bus. But mine is going in on service on Thursday. So obviously Wednesday at some point I'm gonna go bring it in. So I figure if I'm gonna go ahead and have it in for service, might as well go ahead and volunteer it if they need something for Friday or that weekend, or heck, even Monday. You know, it's just sometimes it's easier just to do it in conjunction with my service days, if at all possible. Plus, it keeps my bus at the bottom of the list. Thinking is what I'm doing. I'm thinking. Yeah, fall break for the city schools is a whole week long. You know, so, but they didn't get, I think during Labor Day, when we had a few days off there, they didn't get a few days off. They only had one day. So the city schools and the county schools don't always have the same, I think they usually have the same time, but not always the same length, if that makes sense. I gotta shout out our coordinators. They are doing a really good job. Yesterday was nuts. It was rainy, it was nasty weather, it was just yuck. One of the bus drivers, there was one thing where there was a tree down on the road they were on. I mean, a big tree got hit by lightning or something, I don't know. But then they said they had to back up 2 miles because of how long this road was, and there was no place to turn around. So of course that driver was freaking out, and you know, our coordinators were like, okay, no problem, where was it at, so we can go ahead and call somebody to get it fixed. Great. And then shortly after that, probably 20 minutes later, 15, what in the world hit the railroad crossing? I don't know if you guys can see that real well, but the lights on it looks like it got hit by a truck or something. We'll see it a little bit closer when I get up there. Dang! Something hit that thing. Here we go. Let's take a closer look. Yeah, that ain't supposed to look like that. Whoops! That looks like a mangled mess. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, and I don't know if there was a kid that was standing up or what, but I heard her say that she had to slam on the brakes to avoid hitting something. I'm assuming an animal. And the kid fell down and split their head open. I don't know if it was a he or a she. Split their head open, and there was blood everywhere. I mean, everywhere. They called the ambulance, and the kid was fine, you know, just patched them up and sent them on their way, you know. But of course the driver was shook up. Another driver actually came up behind and was able to get all the rest of the kids and deliver them, because it wasn't like she was in an automobile accident. So what reports they got was from the paramedics and from the bus itself. So they didn't have, you know, it's not like they'd have law enforcement get there or whatever. Well, during this, one of the other buses hit a road sign, because there was like a parked 18-wheeler like in this lane, and they were trying to make the turn and clipped it. So I feel bad for the big boss. He was running all over the place yesterday, and so I'm assuming that one, I don't know if there was kids involved. If there was, I didn't hear it on the radio, but I'm sure they had to go ahead and do a report and all that, you know. these buses are so big that if there's something in the way, I just try, if possible, I try to find a way around it or something, you know. Back up a little bit if you have to. It's okay. I mean, I know they don't like us to back up if possible, but if we need to back up, we can back up. I mean, we have a reverse on this thing right here. Not exactly sure where this microphone keeps coming up and touching my mouth, so I'm trying to find a good distance between the mic and my mouth where it's comfortable for me when I talk and not like super loud. Of course, I edit some of this stuff. I can lower the volume on the editing and all that afterwards. But I hope you guys all have a fun fall break. My wife and I actually are going down to Florida because she is getting eye surgery. It's the weirdest thing. I mean, she had LASIK done back like 2019, and that all's fine. You know, she didn't have any problem with it. But just over the last couple of years, she started getting what floaties, these things that were floating across her eyes. And when she even did the pre-op this last week, the guy's like, yeah, it looks like saran wrap in her eyes. I mean, you know, it's that hazy, you know, when you look through a sheet of saran wrap, it's not super clear. Or if you took one and crumpled it up and then looked through it, it looked like that, is what she was telling me. Why would you keep your bus there and the bus barn's right there? Okay, yeah, I guess so. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, so basically what they're gonna do is they suck all the fluid out of her eye, and then after they suck the fluid out, they've also got their laser there. If they need to do anything, you know, if they notice anything while they're there, they'll go ahead and correct it, you know, basically like a LASIK type again, if they need to correct anything. And then after that, they'll put more fluid back in. Okay, we're looking at the spares here. We're slim pickings. 904, 956, and 631. I don't know what those two are doing way over yonder. And there's a lot of them in the sick bay line, waiting to get fixed. Could be service, could be broke. I don't know. I haven't heard too much on the radio, so I'm assuming most of these are like scheduled maintenance. Because I haven't heard too much out there. And this is why I came at 1:30 in the afternoon, because there ain't nobody in line. And I'll be able to come up here. I'll probably go over there and rinse the bus off afterwards. Come on, let's go, let's go, let's go. Right yonder. All right. All right, let me do my mileage if I can see it. I can't see jack. There we go, 27,301. $27,301. All right, I'll be back soon. Well, just finished getting fuel, 62 gallons. So now I'm full, and I'm gonna come over here and wash this puppy off a little bit. Some people are asking me about this is the car wash, bus wash. Okay, I don't go in there. The mechanics are the only ones. You can see, you just drive through basically, and and it's just like a car wash that you have at work, you know, I mean, for your car or whatever. Somebody was asking me also about my backup camera. All right, you can see it doesn't work real well. I can see out of it. It doesn't, the lines are supposed to automatically, when I go into reverse, it's supposed to automatically come on, and it doesn't. So I'm trying to get up as close as I can up here so I can rinse this puppy off. Right there's good. I have no idea how much noise this is gonna make, so most likely I'll just speed up this video like normally of me washing this thing off. I kind of turned it around a little bit this time, backed it in just for the, come on, you can close. For the main reason is, from the wheels back, this is where it gets the most dirty. So, anyway, oh, in case you guys are wondering, all right, this is our DEF. It's basically, it's a little handle here, put it in there, I believe. I could be wrong. Isn't that right? Filter technology, yeah. But you know what? I don't want to take a chance. I'm at 3 bars. Ah, gosh. Really, people? This thing's filthy. She's not as dirty as I thought she was. But again, I'm here early, so might as well utilize the time, right? Excuse me. In case you guys are wondering, this is the air conditioning unit for the back. This is where all the coils are, where it takes the air in. That's why there's all these big holes right here, so it gets as much airflow as possible. It actually takes the air, sucks it in there, does its due diligence to turn it into air conditioning. I don't know, it uses, you know, R134, all that other good stuff, but crank that air. Get the flag going. All right. is 84 degrees out. Oh, yeah. When I was rinsing the bus off, it made me think. We had yesterday also, I heard him call on the radio that somebody had a flat tire. Ouch! Look at 189. You can see the whole. That must have been the bus that hit the pole yesterday. Huh. Oh, what have we got here? I'm just going to come around to the back here for a second. So, as you guys can see, some of my ornaments, did some decorations, did little black cats, kind of did a little streamer of pumpkins, the little skull faces, bats. You know, I didn't want to go too scary, you know, for my kids, especially my elementary. Fix this thing again or tighten it up myself. Hello. There we go. I do feel blessed that I've got a backup camera when I need it. Is inside. Oh, hush. It likes to tell me I don't hit my brake. Let's see, Lane's got a spare today. 0906. And the only reason I know is because I saw his 171 magnet on the side. I must text him and find out what's wrong. I didn't see his bus up. It may be in the back row of the sick bay. There's my buddy Fred. Oh yeah, you gotta love it. You gotta love it. Maybe I'll be lucky enough and I can get 99 when I have to go turn mine in for a spare. Although I did volunteer to turn it in for what do you call it? For a field trip. They were going to use it, but they needed it. They need a bus on Thursday and Friday, and my bus is getting service on Thursday. So, why did I guess I didn't get that sprayed off very well, did I? So. But they do have, she said she may go ahead and use it the following week. They're going to Savannah and back, and they really want a good bus, so. And I know the driver. So I was like, yeah, you can use 201 if you want to. That's fine. I don't mind it. Because, you know, I personally think this is the pride of the fleet, but JB will argue with me, and of course all the people with these 26s, they will. Again, I have not driven one of those. I would love to, I just don't know when I'm going to be able to. Because I don't do field trips. I think I did one field trip last year, and it was because they absolutely needed us, because they just didn't have enough drivers. And we'll probably end up doing that same one again this year. But for for the most part, yeah. Oh crud, I did not put this stuff in my app. To see what kind of mileage I got on this. I wonder if it'll do it. I don't know. I'll find out maybe when I come up here to stop. Because I took the picture of the mileage when I was typing it in, because I don't have a good memory. I really don't. I was mentioning before, I'm going down to Florida to, my wife's getting the eye thing done. And so we're driving down on Friday, we're driving down on Sunday after church. Probably just spend the day there, just the two of us. And then her surgery is supposed to be sometime Monday, hopefully Monday early. And then we're gonna drive back home. You know, where we're going is only like 2 hours away. To drive time. So
28 is station 1. I'm pulling in Clyde Elementary now, and I'll call the bus off.
Alright. I'm going to get over here to this right lane. Yep, I'm good, clear. Yeah, I kind of changed the, I realized I didn't have my mirror here where I could see the kids in this in these front seats.
And they walk me going 3 days a week.
So
and now starting going 5 days a week. So
oh, fun.
10-4, Roger.
Austin City Bluebird. Anyway, so yeah, so hopefully the surgery is early. Sorry, when I get driving, sometimes I get distracted, then I realize where my train of thought originally was. Hopefully the surgery is early. They said it's only like 20-30 minutes. It's not long at all. So then we'll be able to come back. I don't plan on whatever some of my duties I'm supposed to do during the week. I'm gonna do on Sunday before I leave. Talk to the guy that does all the music and stuff on Wednesday and say, hey, actually I could be there early Wednesday morning because we're not driving that morning. So I'll be there early and put in whatever he needs to put in. Hopefully, I'm going to try to talk him into recycling. Do the same stuff you did the previous week. The kids won't know. They'll be so coming off of fall break, they won't know that you're doing the same songs. And they won't care because most of the time they love them all. I have no idea what they're building over there. A lot of concrete. See, they were pumping it in there. I'm gonna see if I can zoom in on that. And that's a big truck. Yeah, every day I drive, I have more and more respect for our 18-wheeler drivers. They got to put up with some stuff. You know, tight fit. You know, these roads, some of these roads are not made to turn with a school bus, much less an 18-wheeler, you know. Although Deborah, that's my trainer, she always says as long as you use your mirrors, even when you're driving an 18-wheeler and you have enough room in the front to swing it out, you're fine. You know, that's what I guess she used to drive those all the time too. I mean, it makes sense as long as you can look back and see where your tires are. Actually, I prefer that bottom mirror because I can see my tires. This one I gotta kind of glance over to see them, but I still can see them. Typically when I'm turning left though, I don't have that issue of a curb or something being right there. While when you turn right, a lot of times that's what you run into is the curb. Or signs. Ouch. I will be early, looks like. But that's fine. I'll just sit there and chill. Yeah, I have not had any questions from anybody. I mean, most of the time the stuff, I mean, they're answering pretty simple stuff. But, you know, hey, we're a quarter of the year done. Here we are, pretty much still beginning of October. You know, I mean, we're getting ready to hit fall break, and then boom, next month is Thanksgiving, then boom, then Christmas, New Year's, boom, MLK, spring break, boom, that summer. So, yeah. You know, the city buses, I cannot figure them out. I mean, I see them way late. You know, like for example, if I'm at home at 4:30, let's just say, in the afternoon, and then I go somewhere and it's 7 o'clock at night, I still see them running around, running their routes. So I don't know how, you know, how they're set up, because like I think we Googled it the other day. The city schools have about 8,000 students. County schools have almost 11,000 students. So we're about 3,000 more. And we're all over the place. You know, the county goes out pretty far. The only thing I can think of is they don't have as many schools. I'd have to look that up to see, you know, because if they don't have as many schools, then you've got people having to drive further to take them to an elementary school. You know, like there was an elementary school right over there by the bus barn. I think that's the closest one to like the area I'm at now. So everyone that's over here would, that if this was city, would have to go there. Why am I going this way? I don't know, because I always go the other way all the time. I smell barbecue. Why do I smell barbecue? Nothing's burning. Huh. I don't know. That's weird. And there's no restaurants around here unless that church was cooking barbecue back there. That's bizarre. Barbecue. And before anybody asks me, why hasn't Lane put out a video? I don't know. I know he put out, he was working on a school one, not a bus one, one for the band that I saw he had posted on Facebook, something he does with them. As for school bus stuff, I don't know. I'm sure he's just, he mentioned to me, because I see him at church, he mentioned to me Sunday, he was like, dude, I'm so tired. So, you know, I can imagine. All right, there we go, looking at my mirror. As long as I'm good on here. I have no no idea what to title this. You know, usually I title it, you know,
405 today.
route drivers or this or that, or, you know, different shenanigans or whatever. This is just pretty much just chat. Welcome back, everyone. Actually, I thought of a couple more things to talk about. And my air is working very well today. It's getting a little chilly in here. What were they? Oh yeah. So I put the mileage in my app of how many miles I drove, and it automatically calculated. So these buses, they get about 6.2 miles to the gallon. Compared to my car, which makes like 45 miles to the gallon. So not great. But you know, what do you expect for diesel? Well, it's not the diesel part of it. It's the, oh, my headpiece is wrong. It's not over straight. There we go. It's not so much the it's not so much diesel. It is the start and stop. It's the, really, I mean, my bus doesn't get over 45 miles an hour, you know, because I don't really drive anywhere where I can get up, like get on the interstate and actually open it up and wear it out. Not wear it out, but, you know, open it up and clean it out some. Coming up here, I'm gonna put on my engine brake. I know you guys always ask Lane, you know, hey, you want to hear what it sounds like with it. Mine actually has a light that comes on. Pretty wild, huh? I typically don't use it just because there's not a lot of places. Coming up here is one place I would use it at normally if I was to use it on a normal basis. So I'll let it run so you guys can hear it. I'm assuming you can hear the engine sound, but I'm not sure with this microphone, you know. I take it back. The speed limit along this road is 55, so we get up to 55. Maybe push 60 occasionally, but unlike Lane and some of those other buses that, you know, that come from the high school, they get on the interstate and they're doing 68, whatever it's governed at, you know. And it's like right now I'm doing 54, you know, it'll take a little bit to get up there to 55. And yeah. So coming up here, you'll hear the engine brake when I put it on. And there was something else I wanted to tell you guys about, and I don't remember what it was now. Again, that's my brain. It's not, I'm not as young as I used to be. So kids have been really good. You know, my poor daughter. Okay, here we go. Lights on.
215, 193. Just to let y'all know, there's a work truck on the side of the road up by that last subdivision. Can you do it now?
So that's like the only place really where I drive where using the engine brake would matter. Again, why is it way over here? I don't know. Most of them would be right here. But I notice a lot of times when I get it back from maintenance, after they drive it around, they'll reset it or put that on sometimes. And I mean, each driver has their own. I am not a big fan of it. That's why I don't use it typically. anytime I get in a spare, I'm always looking for the switch to make sure it's turned off. Oh, I was saying something about my daughter earlier. My poor daughter, she's lost her voice, you know, because my grandson has been sniffling and sneezing and stuff. I think he's just, I don't know, I'm assuming it's allergies, it could be a cold, but now my daughter has whatever it is, and she just can't talk, you know, she's just whispering because her throat hurts a lot. So I'm obviously staying away from my daughter. My grandson, I can't help it, he's like, come play with me, Opa, come play with me. So, you know, I gotta come play with him most of the time, which I enjoy to do. So anyway, we're gonna go ahead and we'll call that a day here. I'll go ahead and get this edited, posted, and if I get a chance, I'll try to get another one this week, maybe, if I have enough to talk about. If not, we'll catch you after fall break.
Peyton was on the first leg.
Until next time.
Off of Guinness Road.
Thanks for watching.